Big poppin', money in the bank coming, dropping a deposit. Having it my way, so I got these bitches watching. Steady getting to it, couldn't fit it in my pocket. Flexing everything, baby, tell me big poppin'. Money in the bank coming, dropping a deposit. Having it my way, so I got these bitches watching. Steady getting to it, couldn't fit it in my pocket. Flexing everything, baby.
What's poppin', everybody? Welcome back to the bar. I know it's been a long time since I've been over here pouring up hot shots of court docs and hot goss. But today I'm back because remember when I brought y'all the information about Blueface losing to Soulja Boy's baby mama? It's crazy how I'll be following all of these cases and how I don't get the credit that I deserve for keeping up with these stories and breaking them. But y'all know who to come to in order to get that hot henny and get them court docs broken all the way down so that they are forever broken. Well, today I decided to come and bring you guys another one of Blueface's court cases where he lost another $1 million. Yep, a milli gone. Yes. And I'm talking about the Vegas Pew Pew victim, Kentabius Traylor. Dun, dun, dun. I know. Now, I was keeping up with this case as well, and I've been keeping up with all of it. I was keeping up with the Euphoric Nightclub. I was keeping up with Jacqueline Martinez. I was keeping up with Kentabius Traylor. Baby, I was keeping up. I even kept up with his probation out there in Vegas. Okay. Toot my horn. Toot-a-loot-a-loot-a-loot. Anyway, if you are over here and you are watching from IG, what are you doing? Head over to the main bar at ThatGirlHenny Reviews on YouTube because we're live right now and I'm going to break down the paperwork for y'all. So come on, don't be tardier to the party. See y'all later. All right, boom. So now IG has gotten the hootie hoo to come on over here and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to post the link. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to let them know where they can come. Y'all go ahead and y'all make sure that y'all are hitting that like button, hyping the video if y'all are on the replay, and make sure that y'all are sharing this out and staying active in the comments so that way we get cranking and cracking in the algorithm. It feels so good to be back over here at the bar. You know, I've been over there on the press box running all the hot goss over there on all the circusy things that have been circusing. But today we are going to, and I don't know why I am like glitchy, but I think we're going to be just fine. But today we're going to get into this case. Now, if you don't know what case I am talking about, let me get it up here on the screen for y'all because this involves the pew-pewing that happened out there in Vegas. Let me go ahead and let me roll that beautiful bean footage. Y'all remember this footage, right? Y'all remember when Blueface and the Schoolyards was out there at Euphoric Nightclub over there in Vegas, and there was a whole situation that happened where there was a incident that happened in the parking lot, and Blueface, he was then picked up on a warrant and arrested and all of that. And then Kentabius Traylor, Ken, we don't call him Ken. He was in the courtroom with Blueface, and after they sentenced him to his probation and stuff, Kentabius was not feeling that sentence, and he took a selfie in the courtroom. Yeah, see, the beautiful beam footage that's rolling over here, that's the incident that TMZ had posted. Okay, now, Kentabius has sued Blueface. And let me back it up. Let me give y'all Kentabius's account of what happened. Oh, baby, I did not come to play with y'all today. So this guy on the screen right here, that's Kentabius Traylor. And about a month ago, I mean, he did an interview with someone else too, and I think it was about a month ago as well. But a month ago, he sat down with one of my fames, Cam Capone News. I like Cam Capone. I do. I feel like if you are of a melanated persuasion, you should be running up our people. So if you're not following Cam Capone News and you want to keep up with all the ghetto gospel and gossip and all the hood-ish that's going on, or all the trending stuff that's going on that involves, you know, Go head over to Cam Capone. But Kentabius sat down and he talked about what happened that night, and he gave his account of the story. Because remember, we first heard that there was an incident that happened inside of the nightclub and that he disrespected one of the schoolyards and that it spilled out into the parking lot. Well, according to Kentabius, that's not what happened. So let's hear what he had to say.
Something happens inside of the club, though. You guys have an argument or something?
Nah, that's a lie. So, never had any argument in the club. I never got pressed in the club. There was never any fighting in the club. Basically all that happened was I was in the club for about, I want to say about an hour, maybe.
So you heard it from his mouth. Nothing of the sorts happened. So that information that came out and was given to us and was revealed that there was an incident inside of the nightclub that spilled out into the parking lot, it was a lie.
Maybe two. It started off as me just going to pick up my girl, and then it turned into me just like kind of lounging around a little bit with her because she wasn't ready to go. So then as we're about to leave, they tell everybody they have to leave out the side back door. Like I said, I haven't spoken to anybody. It's just me with a few other girls. No guys, no posse, no anything. Walk outside, walk out the back door like they instructed us to. And then next thing I know, we walking around the corner. I got my girl around my arm. We just, me and her just talking.
So speeding it up, he's saying we ain't get into nothing in that in there. We're leaving out. Everything is cool. Everything is dandy. It's when they get outside that things start to take a turn.
I do make a joke, but the way the media's trying to portray the joke and the way the police department kind of trying to portray the joke is like, it's like the joke was, me and my girl wrapped around each other's arm and I'm talking to her and I let her know, like, trying to get in the car with a fat girl in a Honda. That's all. And then she like, you crazy. And we just started laughing or whatever.
So he's saying that nobody heard the joke, but apparently somebody heard the joke because things went up.
And then we walk around the corner. And then, like I said, it was kind of like a setup, though. It was just like an ambush. Because as soon as I walked around the corner, it was already a big group of people walking out the front door. So me and my girl are walking arm in arm or whatever, past the front door now. Blueface is on the corner. I'm walking past the front door now. And then next thing I know, I just get hit from behind, whatever, on the side of my ear. Like somebody just punched me. And then, I got hit me. He said, all right, I'm about to beat your ass. I pulled up my pants. I got ready to fight.
So now, boom. You walking past them and you just get hit, right? And I know the story is not making sense, but I'm going to let him continue. But as y'all can hear thus far, don't say the media. Well, you could say the media because I ain't part of that. Anyway, he's saying the media got it all wrong. Now, y'all let me know down in the comments. I forgot to put y'all comments up on the screen so everybody can see them. But y'all let me know down in the comment section below. Do y'all believe that somebody heard the comment or not? Let me know.
And next thing I know, I'm getting jumped. And honestly, it all started because of a shirt I had on.
Okay, so he's saying it's because of a shirt that he had on. Let's continue.
Had on a Playboy bunny shirt. That's how all of this started. They thought I was from a rival gang or something. Didn't press me, didn't do any of that, you know what I mean, inside the club or even outside the club. Just hit me. I guess he had said some slurs to me, but since I don't gang bang, I didn't pick him up. You know what I mean? I'm just walking in my car.
So boom, that is Kentabius. If you would like to see the rest of that interview, you have to head on over to Cam Capone. I will link that down in the video description. Matter of fact, let me do that now before I forget. I will link the where the hell is it? Why are they not giving me the link? Where's the link? Okay, I gotta big my screen. Boom. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to link this down in the description box of this video right now before I forget, so that you guys can tap in and watch the rest of this video. It's going to be at the end of the description. You will see the link for Cam Capone. News. Okay, so here is the link for you guys. It's in the description box. I did not forget. So bang. All right. So now, as you can see from Kentabius's account of what happened, it did not start over something said inside of the club. He's saying that the slur, like the insult that he made about Blueface getting in a car with a big girl or whatever, they didn't hear that. I don't know if somebody heard it or not, but he's believing because he had a shirt on with a Playboy bunny, that's a rival gang. So boom, he went and they jumped on him. But he said they got the beat down on the video, but we didn't see the beat down video. I want to see the video. I want to see y'all put everything else out there. Y'all don't let us see that, there was a whole pum in the whole parking lot, but y'all won't let us see the beat down. Where the beat down at? Anyway, Blueface himself also recently talked about this on Bootleg Kev, and I'm gonna play for y'all what Blueface had to say, and then I'm gonna give y'all my 1-2, and we're gonna get into this paperwork, baby. So let's hear what Blueface had to say about the night of the Vegas puming.
Because it's like a wave right now, but I shit, when it dry out, gang, all that footage is still,
it's gonna be there forever.
So when you get in your little rap beef, you get in your little, when somebody decides to nigga pull your footage up, you gonna be like, damn, I really did that.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, nigga, this you right here dressing up like a bitch, right? Yeah, this you on screen.
Yo, in terms of your legal situation,
right now.
At what point in time are you going to be on the other side of this stuff officially?
So I'll probably be on probation for a good 6 months to a year.
Mm-hmm. And then is there nothing else that's like lingering from outside of that case?
Oh, and then after that, I'll be back good. So,
are you able to travel on probation, or you got to stay California?
Yeah, I got to get permission because it's so early right now.
Right.
That's just how I program.
Hey, West fam. Fam West? I always say your name backwards. My bad. Hey, everybody.
Make sure I'm follow the rules before they let me travel.
I mean, if you don't want to talk, I don't have to. But the night that this shooting happened, it's like, what the fuck happened?
Yeah. Everybody know about that shit.
This is at Floyd's strip club, right?
No, this was at a different club. No, this was
it was at a strip club, though, right? In Vegas.
I was supposed to go to Floyd shit that night. I should have went there.
Strip club in Vegas.
Yeah, strip club in Vegas. So there's parts of the story that I didn't know. Now that I do know, because this guy made an interview and he says what he did. So in the beginning.
Okay, so there's a lot that you didn't know. What didn't you know, Blue? You didn't know that he made the comment about you and the girl in the car and all of that. Like, what didn't you know? Because it sounds to me like you was kind of active. And if y'all go watch the video, the interview, Kentabius says it was like Blueface was calling shots. That's what he said. So again, y'all make sure that y'all click the link and go watch the full Cam Capone News interview on this, because so let's hear what Blueface said was something new that he didn't know.
Again, I don't know. Like, the homies just beat him up. I don't know why. I'm like, what the fuck? Why y'all? I'm just standing there like, damn, why y'all fucking him up like that?
Right.
The whole time. He was snickling, making comments about whoever I was talking to or wherever the car I was in dealing with. And yeah, he had a Playboy shirt on, of course. So that's just like, I think that made the homies pay attention to him more about what he was saying, and he thinking that nobody's listening. Like, yeah, I was just talking to my girl. This was the story. Yeah, I was talking to my girl, and I told my girl, like, look at him talking to that fat right now.
So Blueface sat and watched Kentabius's interview, the interview that we were just watching. He sat and watched that interview. Interesting.
Now, I know the homie probably heard that. Fire this shit up. That's what happened in the beginning. They just
in the building, y'all.
fired on. Boom. So boom, he fired on. He on the ground. At this point, I don't know what's going on. I don't know why they beating him up.
Now, the Playboy shirt's significant because that would be a rival gang thing?
Yeah, that's the Koopas.
Okay.
So boom, I don't know why they...
Okay, let me just say this, okay, because he said another derogatory slur. I do not condone nor consent to any of this that he's saying. So don't put Henny in the midst of all of that. If you probably have to refresh, but scroll all the way to the bottom of the description of this video and you'll see the link.
They go crazy on him. I mean, so that's over with. You know, he gets up, he goes on his way. Big white pickup truck pull up, tripping, nigga. You know, you see the video, he comes, stop real aggressively with the window down, talking about which one of you bitch ass niggas hit me. What?
Hold on. Because that's not the story that we heard prior to. The story we heard prior to was Kentabius rolled his window down and flashed his stick. He flashed the metal at him. And that's what made him fire back. Yes, he did diss the Playboys again. He did. He dissed them again on the bootleg Kev. He did. Shout out to Dose of Reality Day in the building, y'all.
I mean, who hit you? Like, so I'm thinking he could crack it. Like, what do you mean?
Especially pull back up like that.
Which one of you bitch ass niggas hit me?
See, it feels like he about to pull out himself. Yeah.
So what? Let's get up out of here.
Yeah.
And he ran over a girl. You don't want to say that part. If you look at the video, it's me, my homie, and it's a girl standing right. So when he does that, my homie goes to his window. I don't know what he think. Like we really like,
yeah,
we not scary type niggas. So
I got a video, and I'm gonna play a video for y'all because let me tell y'all something. I was scrolling in these YouTube streets today. And B Braze had a lot to say, and there was somebody else that B Braze was talking to in his video. According to them, Blueface was not respected while he was on them yards at all. I'm gonna play that for y'all as well. But there was a case, if y'all have been following these cases along with me, a while ago I spoke about it and I tried to find it today, but unfortunately I did not organize my channel properly nor my videos, so I have no idea which video it's in. But there was a young lady who was suing. She was suing. Yes, she was, but she dropped her case. I don't know why she dropped her case, but she dropped her case. Now, there is also somebody whose vehicle was hit. Y'all remember me talking about that case? Because guess what? That's going to be the next Blueface video that I talk about, is the guy who is suing because his vehicle was hit in the process of all of this. Kentabius Traylor hit the guy's car on the way out of the parking lot. Car was a total loss. And he's suing Kentabius and Blueface. Listen, I got all the hot Henny on this shit. Don't play with me because I am that girl Henny. But let's get back into it.
When you pull up like that, the homie ran up to his window on some G.I. Joe shit, started hitting him again. He turned the wheel. When he turned the wheel, he pressed the gas. He run the girl over. And once he do that, that's when I start shooting at him. You feel me? Like,
yo, stop.
Yeah, like once.
That's not what we saw in the video, but we wasn't there, so we don't know if that's what really happened. So, y'all already know from all of this, you guys already know that Blueface already got all the consequences and all of that stuff. And I'm not going to hold y'all and keep y'all here any longer. Now, I do have videos where I have talked about Kentabius's case, but today I'm going to give y'all the court docs, the most recent court docs as of May 21st of 2025, because I did talk about it, but because everybody is talking about the debt that Blueface is in, I felt it imperative for everyone to hear all of it. Now, I told y'all about Jackie, and I told y'all in my last video that they were going to be garnishing his wages, that he cannot file bankruptcy because these cases are for damages. They're not for personal injury and things like that. They're for damages. So yeah, he can't even get out of these lawsuits with Euphoric Gentlemen's Nightclub, with Jacqueline Martinez, nor Kentabius Traylor by filing bankruptcy. So for everybody that's been saying in the comment section, oh, he could just file bankruptcy. No, the fuck he can't. No, he can't. I know y'all want to see that happen, but he can't. Okay. And All right, so let's get these court docs up here on the screen. Damn, that is too dark. That is too dark. Okay. Let's see if that one will work. That one will have to work. All right. It'll just have to work. It'll have to do. I don't know if y'all can see this. So let me stretch this out a little bit more and hopefully y'all can see it better. All right. So this is the case of Kentabius Traylor, an individual who is suing Euphoric Gentlemen's Nightclub and Jonathan Porter. Now, in this case, let me just tell y'all, the Gentlemen's Nightclub, they have been dismissed off of this case. So it's just Blueface now. So I don't know if they settled with him off the record or what exactly happened that they ended up getting dropped off this case, but they're no longer a part of this case, but originally they was. So let's get into what the history of the case was. So it says on October 8th of 2024, the plaintiff's application for default judgment against Jonathan Porter, aka Blueface, was filed before the Honorable Judge Susan Johnson. Through today's date, defendant Jonathan Porter, aka Blueface, has not appeared in this court, nor has any opposition to the underlying application been filed. So that means that Blueface did not show up to court, and nobody showed up to court to represent him. Where is his management? Where was WAC? Wasn't WAC supposed to be handling this stuff? But if y'all remember, when we first started covering this case, the attorney that was on it was pulled off. Okay. So there was no lawyer that showed up, and he was getting his mail at the jail. And if he wasn't getting it at the jail, it was going to his house. So somebody was dropping the ball on these cases. I said it before and I say it again. Anywho, let's continue. The plaintiff's application is hereby granted, this court having reviewed the pleadings and papers on file herein and having held a hearing on May 15th of 2025 at 8:30 a.m., the hearing testimony of plaintiff Kentabius Traylor and accepting evidence within this case, finds the following. Now, if you do not remember, Kentabius Traylor was grazed in the hand by a bullet that came from Blueface's pew pew. And so he decided to sue him. All right. So this is the case history where it's saying, that he filed on October 8th. The proof of service, which means that it went out and it was received, was submitted to the courts on October 2nd of 2023. He entered his default judgment against Blueface on August 24th of 2024. And defendant Euphoric Gentlemen's Nightclub was dismissed via stipulation and order on March 5th of 2025. So that's where the nightclub was dropped from the case, right? So now the Kentabius filed an application for default judgment on October 8th of 2024. Proof of service went out again for Blueface. Again, they were mailing it to the jail. They were mailing it to his home. And the proof of service was submitted to them on April 2nd of 2024. The courts have found for good cause appearing on the application for default judgment, along with testimony and evidence presented at hearing, the court awards the following. His past medical expenses, which came to $4,031, and for pain and suffering and emotional trauma. Okay? $1 million. That's the original court findings for him. The actions of defendant are admitted and pursuant to a guilty plea agreement. The plaintiffs awarded past interest in the amount of $170,699.01. All right. For the passing of 591 days between the dates of August 24th, 2024, and the dates of the hearing, which was May 15th, 2025. And so the plaintiff's future award of interest would be calculated based upon principal amounts of $1,004,031. Okay? And shall not be compounding. Blueface's debt with Kentabius was $1,174. $1,174,730.01. Right. Well, once you add all the interest from May 21st of 2025 to today, December 30th, 2025, that comes to roughly $1,239,818.01. That is what is owed on this case. But what I was trying to explain to you guys is that this is not the only case. Because if y'all remember, 2 weeks ago, I spoke to y'all about Jacqueline Martinez, who is Soulja Boy's baby mama. Now, Soulja Boy's baby mama sued Blueface for defamation because he was out here saying that Soulja Boy's son was his son, that he had got a little DNA on Soulja Boy's baby. And so the baby mama was like, oh, you're not going to play with me like that. And remember, she got her default judgment as well. Now, how were these default judgments being won? Because nobody was showing up to court for Blueface. Ooh, hold on one second, you guys. Hold on one second, you guys. Let me stop sharing that for a second, and let me share this, because they know what this is what they not finna do. Because I have one that I already fixed. Is this it? I think that's it. No, that's not it. I think that is it. Let me see if this is it. Yeah, that's the one that I don't want. That's the one I don't want. Hold on, because I know last time I was doing these, there we go. Okay, so this is the right one that I want y'all to see. I think, is it still this one? All right, you know what? We're going to do this. That's what we're going to do, because I'm not going to keep putting the wrong document up. That's why. Okay. Boom. So this right here is Jacqueline Martinez's writ of execution for Blueface. Okay. This is the latest update that came from her, which came down on Christmas Eve. But if y'all remember 2 weeks ago, I already told y'all that this was coming because we already knew she had won the garnishment for his wages. So it's not like she won on Christmas Eve. What it is it became official and it became an execution. It became a writ of execution. Before, it was just a judgment in the courtroom, which means that she won the right to go after him for his royalties. What this means is there's a writ of execution, meaning that it is now into action and into motion. Okay. Now with Jackie, if you remember, her case started out as being, it's the smaller of all of these three cases. Her case, she won for $123,243.10. But her case has also been accumulating interest. Plus he's hit with insurance fees for the writ. And so with her case, she's accumulating interest at $33.76. And that's been since the beginning of her case. Jackie's case, as of today, all the way from when it started on April 16th of 2025, collecting interest at $33.76 per day, it comes to a whopping $131,793.53. Now, the reason that it is higher than what is here on this paper is because you have to add from December 24th all the way to now the interest that's on it. So that's where she is with her case. So already we looking at Blueface being, listen, this man is not going to be able to come out of this debt no time soon. Okay. Now with these cases, do not forget that he also still has the, hold on. Close all tabs on this one. Don't forget that he still has the Euphoric Gentleman's nightclub that's still out there for him too. And that nightclub one is one that's pushing Blueface over the top with these outrageous amounts of debt that is owed. Uh-oh. Okay, I just got an update. The guy who was suing Blueface and Kentabius Traylor for his car being wrecked, his case was dismissed because he didn't follow through. So that case is no longer twisting in the wind, so you can delete that one right on up out your heads, because it doesn't matter anymore. All right, so is this the writ from the house? Maybe? Okay, yes, this is the writ from the house. Let me get this up on the screen for you guys, or for the house, I should say. All right, blue, 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 doo, 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 doo. Now, this is from the Euphoric Gentleman's Nightclub. Now, if you remember, that case first started out at $14,386,164.23. That was the beginning balance for that one. And that was the beginning balance back on July 3rd of 2024, right? That's when this came to California, and then they added all of their fees and everything to it and the interest. This particular case right here, this case, let me scroll up. The interest on the Euphoric Gentleman's Nightclub is $3,941.46. As of today, this case has gone from being $15 million to Blueface owing Euphoric Gentleman's Nightclub $17,236,028.96. So that means that in total, Blueface owes, y'all ready? As of today, December 30th, 2025, Blueface now owes for all three of these cases $18,501,453.54. I'm putting it in the chat for y'all. I'm putting it in the chat for y'all. Because you have to remember something. While he's online popping it that, oh, Jackie Martinez, her case is it's only a couple thousand, it's 100-something thousand, we'll pay that tomorrow. Oh, really? While he's big popping it about her case, he's forgetting that he has two other cases out there. And he gets in these interviews and says that he doesn't know anything about these cases. So if you don't know anything about these cases, why are you out here yapping? And he's continuing to taunt Soulja Boy's baby mama online. Shout out to Betty Boo. Thank you for the super chat. Hey, Betty Boo Boo, she's been a member for 21 months. Happy anniversary. Henny gang down message. We love you, Henny. Keep going. I love y'all as well. But yes. And even once he pays off Jackie's, he still has Kentabius and he still has this nightclub. As long as this nightclub thing is dangling and twisting over his head and he's not paying it, it's going to continue to go up. And there ain't nothing that nobody can do about it. He could try to file a bankruptcy. A bankruptcy is not going to help him against these cases. What's going to happen is the cases will then be paused while the bankruptcy proceedings go on. But then they could go back and request for these cases to continue to be pursued. I've asked this question before, and I'm going to ask this question again. Where was his management? Where was his management? Shout out to Zulu. This is an unsponsored plug right now, but my mother got me this water container because my other one from Ray Milo, I had to get rid of it. This one, I love this one. It's just as good as the Ray Milo one. Keeps everything fresh and cold in case anybody asks, because I know y'all be wanting to know about my water jugs. This is my new water jug, guys. Yes, honey. And I love it. I love it. I love it. Anyway, even if Blueface sells his house, it's still not enough to settle the debt that he has. That house is only worth a couple $1 million, like maybe 1 point something million, if at most 2 million. What is $2 million to a $17 million debt? Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. Happy 20-month anniversary to Be More Careful. She said Henny Gang Down. She's a Henny Gang Down member. She said Henny got all the docs. Baby, I be trying. His management was too busy watching Krishan. Facts. Not playing in his butt. Now, if you remember in the last video when Blueface was talking about how he was programming in prison, y'all remember I told y'all that I had somebody who was up on here, and they had some things that they had to say. Shout out to B Breeze, Breezy, and the Who's, because when did they do this live? 2 days ago. I'm late. I'm tardy to the damn party. I just saw it today. Anyway, I want y'all to take a listen while I leave that $18 million down there at the bottom of the screen. Listen to what they were saying about Blueface while he was in prison.
At the bottom, you gotta tap in on the who's who. I just started this shit though. You gotta tap in on the who's who's, man. Nigga on my game going crazy, man. I get no game, nigga, about the yank up.
Beyonce's wig, thank you for the super chat. She said, how your year going, Jonathan?
Yeah, I say you something popping about. Blood this beating go viral. Nigga GM at the thing on the dead homies. I ain't even gonna lie on the hood. He took like 20 what was it, 2025 for sure.
Y'all just have to bear with him, okay? We're gonna get to the Henny. Don't y'all start in them comments.
Went crazy with the he ain't up blood game, my nigga Nog game, but that nigga gotta get on here on GM, cause that nigga was just, which was that nigga Selly though? Hey, but wait, wasn't one of the places he was at? Cause what, didn't he just come from a bad place though? What's that shit? PPF something. Yeah.
Now, if y'all don't know who he's talking about Blueface. Y'all want me to go back so y'all can hear him say that he's talking about? Let me go back. We
go crazy, man. My nigga Nog game, nigga about to yank up. Later, he got something popping about. But like this beating go viral, nigga DM. I just this shit though. Nigga got tapping on the who's, man. My on blood game, we going crazy, man. My nigga Nog game, nigga.
Why is he not saying it? Because he said,
hey, niggas, they got tapping on the who's, man. Hey, you said what? Hey, you gotta tap in on the who's, man. I'm at the door. Hey, there you go, Nog game at the bottom. You gotta tap in on the who's. Hey, I just started this shit though.
Okay, so he's telling him you gotta tap in on the who's that he just started the live, okay?
You gotta tap in the who's, man. My nigga on blood game going crazy, man.
He's putting it on his gang that they going crazy right now. The live is gonna be crazy.
Nigga, no game, nigga, about to link up. Later, he got something popping about.
He's gonna be linking up with somebody else later. They got something to talk about.
This beating go viral, nigga.
It's about to go viral.
GM at the thing on the dead homies. I ain't gonna lie on the hood. He took like 20 what was that 2025 for sure. Went crazy with the he yank up on blood game.
So they linked up and 2025 went crazy for them.
You know, that nigga
on his gang.
What was that nigga Selly though? Hey, but wait, wasn't one of the places he was at? Cause what, didn't he just come from a bad place though?
He's asking, didn't he just come asking about Blueface? So this guy is saying that he was Blueface's Selly, and B Braze is asking, didn't Blueface just come from a bad place, meaning a prison yard that you ain't supposed to be on, basically. I'm trying to do my best with translating. I wish somebody else was here to help me.
Oh, so he was with you when right before he came home.
So apparently this guy was Blueface's Selly right before he came home. Not the guy that's on the camera, the guy that's at the door. Are y'all having a hard time with it? Do I need to refresh and come back? Or can y'all hear him? Miss Femi, thank you. She said, thank you for translating. I'm doing my best to translate, y'all. I'm doing my best to translate.
Yeah, dirtbag. He told me I ain't programming on blood gang. This, it's me. I look like this every day and program every just because I don't work out. I ain't worried about none of that.
So they called Blueface a dirtbag. And he said this is how he programming, meaning this is how he carries himself every day, and this is how he is. And he don't work out, he don't do none of that.
But a nigga about to get on here with my bro. Showers, bro.
North Gang, I believe, is the guy's name that he's talking to.
Nigga, it's crazy because of my dead family of Mexican got on there and so when he was in county with that nigga, he was not taking showers. He was dirty. I swear to God, the Mexican just got on there.
B Brace said that a Mexican dude told him that Blueface, you know, he said when Blueface was in the county that he wasn't washing his ass, basically.
Nigga, wash your clothes, nigga. Hey, but how?
So not only was he not washing his ass, allegedly, they're saying that he wasn't washing his clothes either.
I'm trying to. How you going at it if the nigga got if the nigga had the bag on the street? Like what happened when in jail?
He said he don't understand if it's like that. He had the bag, like what happened to him? But it's the concern that B Braze has in his voice when he's asking. Henny, observe and report.
You know what I'm saying? Don't come to jail and be dirtbag, bro. Cause still dirtbag. You just got money. You a rich dirtbag on Westside A.
They done called him a rich dirtbag and put it on their set. Okay, listen, Linda. Listen, Linda. This is nasty work. This is nasty work. Hold on. I'm trying to let everybody know that we back. We back. Hold on.
He probably like he cause I be like, nah, I know, man, dead homies, bro, on BLB. Actually, this the only reason. Cause look, I don't even be putting niggas on my shit. You and this nigga done. We the only motherfuckers that really got on my shit, and I know niggas speak facts.
So he don't be letting everybody come on his live, but this guy and the other guy are the only guys that he's allowed to come up on his live because they don't be lying.
Yeah, nigga, man. Then I just seen him yank up on it and go crazy on the nigga.
Okay, then he's seen him pop off on somebody and go crazy on them. Now, that's where we going to stop this right here. Shout out to the who's B Braze, you know, got to do all of that because we used his video. But this is what they saying about him on the Dead Homies. Sorry. So now not only is he 18 million, pushing his way to 19 million in debt, they also saying that him wasn't washing his earth or his balls in prison, and he wasn't washing his clothes. Why? I mean, okay, maybe he was depressed. Did anybody ever stop to think about that? He could be depressed, you guys. He could be depressed. You know, when you get depressed, you don't wash your earth. You know, it'd be a struggle to go put soap to ass and, you know, rags to water. Like, you know. just saying. What you mean? I'm trying to make some sense out of it. They talking about stop, Henny. Well, this is maybe he don't know how to do all of that stuff, and that's why he got all these women's to do it for him, because maybe he just don't feel like he was supposed to do it. I don't know. You got to think about it. I'm not even looking at y'all while I say this, but I'm just saying, he done lost both his baby mamas, which was his star players. He go by them strings, them first string, second string, third string, and maybe he lost his baby mamas. He lost his best hitters, and he just got depressed because there was nobody there. And then along came Angela, and Angela filled that void for a little while, but he was missing his baby mamas. He had plans to jump off the dresser and dive into Krishan's cream pie. So I'm just saying, maybe that's what happened to him. I don't know. He said Jaden wasn't putting no money on his books, and Krishan, she left him the last 7-8 months of his bid. Because we know that it wasn't 7-8 months that she was taking care of him. She was taking care of that man all the way up until the last 7-8 months of his bid, because she got tired of sitting down. Like, you sitting down, ain't no income coming in, because the restaurant, he done said it himself on Shay Shay, that the restaurant wasn't bringing in no money just yet. So, and he told us, he said, for just $300 a day, you can support an inmate. So he was just saying, like, he wasn't getting the 300. Maybe he didn't get, it's depressing. I'm trying to be serious, but I'm trying not to look at y'all comments at the same time, because I know y'all gonna act up in these damn comments, because y'all don't have no good sense. Anyway, on his first time with DDG, that first night, he said he was on antidepressant meds, but then said it wasn't because he was depressed, it was because he couldn't sleep. If you believe that, then you got duped, because they have sleeping pills for people who can't sleep. They don't give you antidepressant pills because you can't sleep. They give you antidepressant pills because you be depressed, sir. Just admit that you got depressed. First of all, you got to think about this. When that whole Pum incident happened with him at the gas station, when the guy robbed him for his chain, Blueface did not go to prison. Blueface he was in Click City down there in the county, probably, or maybe he was just in a holding cell. I don't even know, because he was going just for a quick second, and then he got bailed out, and then he was put on probation for that. This is the first time he's ever gone to prison, and he was going to prison for 22 months. It was not 24, it was 22. He was just shy of 2 years by coming home in November. January would have made 2 years. So this was his first time going to prison, and that's a big lifestyle change. You got to think, like, this man was accustomed to having his way and doing whatever he wanted and all of that, yada, yada, bugada, bugada, da, right? Then he goes away and he can't get no punana, because he got a sex addiction. He can't get no punana. He can't be running around putting hands, feet, and knee bows on them dudes in there the way he was putting hands, feet, and knee bows on his baby mamas, because yes, there's proof and evidence that he was beating on Jaden as well, because we seen the bruises when she was over there living back with him, when he was over there after he put Krishan out and was trying to rub stuff in Krishan's face that he was being the proud family. We seen the bruises on Jaden's body too. And not only that, his sister Callie told us that she got that neck tattoo for a reason, and we still don't know why she got that neck tattoo. And speaking of, why is nobody talking about this damn Jaden Alexis car crash? Now we don't went someplace else, and we wasn't even supposed to go here, but now that my mind is on it, now that I'm thinking about it, why is nobody talking about the car accident that his baby mama had? Huh? Do I need to play the video? Should I roll that beautiful beam footage of the car accident and remind everybody of how twisted up that car was? Matter of fact, I ain't even got to do that. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go over here to the TikTok. because I also know that there's new people that be trying to cover this Krishan Blueface sector, and they have no idea of everything that goes on, because they be keeping up with all the narratives that put out there, right? But it be a lot of people that be screaming F whack, but don't even realize they running with wax now. Like all this stuff that y'all out here seeing going viral of them talking about Krishan and talking about the baby, all of that shit originated from whack. So y'all are just running with wax narratives, because that's what them pages do. Them pages get paid to speak wax language, and y'all running with it. Let me see if I can find this person. What was their name? There it is. I'm going over here to this TikToker account and put this up here, because this man drive mofos to drink, and it's probably another debt that he gonna have to take care of. Look at this. Look at this. And they saying she wasn't drinking, because at first they were saying that it was a DUI, but now they saying that it's not. There was no drinking that was involved, but there was damn sure some speed that was involved. Look at this damn car. She slammed that G-Wagon into that minivan. Look at that minivan bumper. Look at the whole back of that minivan. It's just destroyed, and the minivan is up on the curb. It's up on the curb. Look at that. It's up on the curb. Then look, it done smacked into the back of that car, ruined that car's trunk. Look at this. Ruined that car's back bumper. And then look, ruined the front bumper. That white car in the middle is just all kinds of trash. And then this green car got crushed in the back. What are we saying here? Ain't nobody talking about this. Everybody is sweeping this underneath the rug. Meanwhile, he's talking about he got a new family car and stuff. They riding around in a Range Rover, and this person right here who put this video up is allegedly the person whose vehicle was smacked into. And they decided to post these videos to their Instagram the same day that they saw Blueface was out here stunting and showing off that they got a brand new family car, because this person's vehicle is completely totaled. It's completely totaled. Hold on, I'm trying to. So y'all got a Range Rover, and look, she had the kids with her. The kids was with her. All right, outside at the accident. Ain't no police nowhere. She talking to this gentleman. I don't know who this gentleman is, if he's one of the owners of the vehicle or not. Okay? She talking to this gentleman. Do y'all see there's no police anywhere? There's no policia any damn where. Her vehicle is not hitting the back at all. So nobody hit her. And there's no tire tracks on the floor, which signify that she tried to brake or anything. There's no tread marks. There's no tread marks. And I know Carlissa tried to come out here and spin this shit like, oh, somebody sideswiped. Look at this shit. Somebody sideswiped her and she ran into this car. So she didn't hit the brakes. There was no brakes to be hit. Like, what are we talking about here? Look, the airbags done deployed. I'm trying to skip over. That's what I was trying to skip over. The airbags done deployed in the damn vehicle. So you know that's look at this. The airbags came out. That tells you that was a hard impact. But ain't nobody talking about this. It's just been swept right on up underneath the carpet. Look at that twisted metal. How do you smack your G-Wagon up like that and you got a grill on, or got a guard on it? Like, look at this. You can see the frame from this damn van. So even if she wasn't drinking, speed is a factor. There's no getting around it. That car is completely fucked. Look at this. The car is sitting sideways. Look at this. The front is parked behind this car, and here is the back of this car sitting on the damn curb. That's a hard ass impact. How fast were you going, ma'am? On a residence, ain't even a highway. That's a residential street. Now, this is where they're alleging that Jaden was drinking. This is where people got the whole thing of her drinking, because she posted on the day of the accident that she was out with one of her friends, and she posted herself having a drink. So this is where everybody was getting that, oh, she was drunk, she was this, she was that. This is where they're getting it from. And then they go on to say, you guys will see that it's a hit and run, because on the police report, there's no information of her. She just left the scene. So this is what this page, Lauren Gray, is alleging, that she left the scene of the accident. Now, my thing with all of that is, bro, you owe $18 million. How is you out here? $18.5 million to be exact. How you out here getting new cars and you in debt? And then when he was on Club Shay Shay, y'all heard him talk about he has investment properties and all this other stuff, right? You said all of that, and you think these people are now not going to go looking into your assets? And hold on, because I got something else for y'all. We still talking about Blueface. What is this? Okay, we will keep it in the file. So y'all know Wack got a whole new company called Nothing But Content, right? Filed out there in Nevada, right? I'm really hoping that he's not trying to pull a fast one like he was doing with the game to try to hide some of these assets. See, this is why y'all need to stay through the stuff that I be talking about, because y'all never know what I'm going to talk about when I be talking about what I'm talking. So this right here is the business for Nothing But Content LLC. It was formed on December 23rd of 2025, which is the day right before Jacqueline's writ came out. And I want y'all to pay attention to who are the people that are on this business with him. Okay? You see managing member, R&B, Cash Jones, Simran Sanai or Sanai, I don't know. But Jonathan Porter is also a managing member of this business. He's a managing member on Nothing But Content. I know y'all not trying to, And yes, they have begun the paperwork for the trademark of Nothing But Content. And it is listed as entertainment services, namely providing video podcast in the fields of sports, music, and film. Yeah. Cash Jones is the owner of it. Yeah. I smell some bullshit about to happen. How about y'all? Put a turd emoji in the chat if y'all smell some bullshit about to go down. Because if y'all remember with the game, do I need to go back down the game's memory lane? Because the game and Wack pulled this trick before. So I'm hoping that Kentabius, Jacqueline, and Euphoric Nightclub keep their heads on a swivel. because they finna try to flim flam. Now, if you remember, Blueface also said that he is no longer under management. He is now a free agent. He's now a free agent, which means that he is free to do what he wants. But you've become a business manager, part of business with you going into business. You've gone into business with whack. You've gone into business with whack. The very same person that did not take care of you while you were locked away in Click Click City. The very person who did not send a lawyer to handle any of these cases that you have. Yeah. If I were you, I would rethink everything that I've got going on. But anyway, y'all sure that y'all like this video, clip the video up, share the video out. I don't care. Just give me my credit. That's all I ask for. Clip it up, share it up, do review it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to end this live, and then I'm going to go ahead and make this one whole video over here on YouTube. So that way anybody who was watching the first live can go ahead and watch the video, and they can see the whole thing without it being interrupted. And I need to change the thumbnails and the titles on these videos. But if you traveled over from the first live into this live, thank you very much. I appreciate y'all so much, because they did pull some bullshit. All right. But you can't stop me, baby. Anyway, we will probably be Twitch live a little later on, because I need to fix this video. But I love y'all. Thank y'all for tapping in and tuning in. And I'll see y'all in the next pour. Peace, everybody.